back to the Southern Quality Ford Friday Night Blitz. Every year, we're talking about the Carthage Bulldogs and a potential run to the state championship.
That's right, Brad. And if last week's game against Jacksonville was any indication of what's to come, this Carthage team, that's exactly where we're going to be talking about them coming up later in the season. Tonight, the Bulldogs at home as they take on Liberty Ilo. Bulldogs quarterback Kai Horton looks and passes the ball to number 3, Kelvonte Dixon. And Brad, we've talked about this kid a lot. He is really fast, been clocked in the 4.3s. That goes for a touchdown. That made it 42-7. Later, Bulldogs, Horton going to pass the ball to number 11, Montrell Smith. And then Liberty Ilo's great defense stops him. But then Horton throws the ball to Kel Williams for another touchdown. And just like last week, Brad, Carthage, they keep losing players to college football, and they keep winning. A big win tonight, 49-7.
Absolutely. The Pleasant Grove Hawks hitting the road in week 2, taking on Henderson. And Pleasant Grove, first drive of the game, Ben Harmon wearing Jackson Cobb's number tonight since Jackson Cobb blew out his knee last week, out for the season. But they end up getting a touchdown right here. Pleasant Grove leading 7-0. Henderson's Caleb Medford, he's going to keep it himself, falling into the end zone. We're all tied up at 7 in the first quarter, and then he's going to give a nice little smile and wave to the camera there. Second quarter, Harmon rolling to his right, throwing back towards the middle of the field, and then Tim, watch this hit. Sergio Rodriguez makes the catch, gets drilled there, but able to get back up, holds on to the ball there at the 1-yard line, and then Harmon able to punch the ball across the goal line for the score. Pleasant Grove leading 14-7. You know, a lot of people around the state consider them the #1 team in 4A, and that's why. 40-7 the final there. Big win for the Hawks tonight.
I have absolutely no clue how that young man held onto the ball. Marshall with a disappointing week 1. Now without J.J. Green as they take on Longview. First time coming out of that tunnel with the new quarterback. Marshall heavily using the run game without that seasoned quarterback. DeMarcus Williams, usually at wide receiver, scrambled with the ball, trying to make something happen, but brought down by Tyshawn Taylor. And then Longview, they're going to stick with the run game as well. For most of the first quarter, Darius Williams comes up with a big hit after Longview saw a hole. And then there comes the swarm of Mavericks to finish up that stop. Marshall gains traction with the run play here. Dominique Williams finds a hole through the center. Nice little gainer there. That would change quickly, though. Opening up the second quarter, Haynes King doing what Haynes King does. Quick handoff. Handoff, actually, and he did it better. Longview finding a hole to run through up the middle. Number 7 on this side. Longview all over Marshall tonight. I'm really wordy with those highlights, but they win big. 53-0 the final.
The Hallsville Bobcats looking to open the year 2-0 as they take on Kilgore. Bulldogs already up 21-10 late in the second, and they weren't done. A big fake out by Dalton McElia, even fooling the camera guy there, handing off to Travion Epps, who takes it in for 6. Bulldogs up 27-10. A little bit later, Bulldogs back with the run game. This time, the handoff going to Kenneth Lacey, able to outrun the defense for another 6. He brings the score to 34-10. Now, Tim, check this out. Bobcats with a response right before the half. Double pass right here. That is Nolan Sermons, the receiver, firing it downfield to Brian Pullum, who takes it in for the touchdown. Crowd going wild, but Kilgore going away with this one. There, they take it. Final score 48-24.
The Waskom Wildcats dominated Redwater in week 1 on the road against West Rusk. Opening drive, QB keeper for West Rusk's Jalen Simpson untouched, and he is going to go 45 yards for the touchdown, just like that. 7-0 West Rusk in the first quarter. Next drive, Waskom going to hand it off up the middle. This is Tayshawn Hamilton for a gain of about 30 yards here, right up the middle, breaking a tackle, and then finally being brought down by the safety.
That's TK Hamilton's younger brother, looking like TK right
there. That makes a lot of sense. Fourth and goal for Waskom, but West Rusk getting a nice stand. They pick up the fumble there. The freshman picking up the fumble, and West Rusk taking care of Waskom tonight. 35-19 the final.
Tenneha Tigers playing their home opener tonight against Lovelady, and this is Hayden Jenkins back under QB this year for the Tigers. giving it to Jordan Marshall. Marshall going to take off down the sideline all the way for a touchdown. No one's catching him. That puts them up 10-0. Now Marshall again with the ball here on the punt return. Get a nice little game before he's pushed out of bounds. And then this time they're going to give it to Trey Tutt on the end around, and Tutt going to take off. No one able to catch him, coming straight into your living room. Straight into the living room for the score. Every year, Tim's able to do something to make me break down laughing on this show. That made it 16-0. All Tinnaha in this one. 47-0 the final.
The Shelbyville Dragons flying over to Sabine for a Week 2 matchup. Sabine quarterback Landon McKinney looking downfield, and he finds Clayton Simmons. Nice catch there off the bobble. Finally taken down just before the end zone there. They would score a couple plays later. Shelbyville quarterback Jordan Boykins hands the ball off to Jaden Brinson. He's going to run it downfield, and that would lead to a Shelbyville touchdown. Then it's Sabine's turn. Quarterback Landon McKinney handed it off to B.J. Stidham, and he's going to run the ball down the field before finally being brought down. And then the fourth play here, Shelbyville quarterback throwing the ball intended for Jacavian Buckley, but is intercepted by Sabine's Caden Fortson, and he runs it all the way back for the pick six. Sabine winning big tonight over Shelbyville, 47-7 the final.
Timpson at home as they take on Alto, and Alto kicking off here, and Timpson not expecting a pooch kick first. Hey, good to see you guys. It's been a while. Haven't seen you since last year. Here comes that pooch kick. Not expecting it. Just bounces right off the Timpson's hands. Alto will jump on it, and then they will capitalize here. A few plays later, Harmon West on a little play action. Going to swing it out to Marlon Warren here. Warren going to have the blockers in front of him, and he will take it in for the score. 6 points there for the Yellow Jackets. The Bears coming to play as well after Alto forced a 3-and-out. This happens. West pass picked off by Kobe Grogan, but not a lot more positives in this game for Timpson. They get shut out at home. Alto taking it 45-0.
Pittsburgh Pirates struggled in the opener against Jefferson, but can they rebound tonight against Pine Tree? This is Pine Tree DJ Freeman. Fast pass to his wide receiver, but he gets tackled by Pittsburgh's James Ariliga. Say that, Brad. Ariliga. Pine Tree DJ Freeman later finding Nakima Williams. He's catching the ball. Pine Tree advances about 30 yards on the play. And then
I think we have the names slipped on this. It's all Pittsburgh positive plays.
Oh, this is all Pittsburgh. Yes, this is all switch. What a great play. Nice throw. Threading the needle, finding Caleb George, and he takes it into the end zone for the touchdown to take a 10-7 lead. Pittsburgh taking care of business tonight, bouncing back after that tough Week 1 against Jefferson to get a win tonight.
Absolutely. Well, coming up on the Southern Quality Ford Friday Night Blitz, we are going to head north to Arkansas.
Ashdown and DeQueen set to clash this week. We'll check out their matchup coming up next.